If you've ever stood on yellow footprints at a 45-degree angle, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Even if you haven't, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Shout out to Grantham. I know you watch my channel. So I wear flannel for your channel. I'm a poet and didn't know it. That's another shout out for anybody who hasn't heard of that channel on YouTube. Grantham is cool. Go ahead and like and subscribe him. I'm doing a little bit of mockery for him for that channel. Okay, so let me get to this point what I'm trying to make. All this crazy unrest that's going on, looting, rioting, police activity, lack thereof, defunding, Seattle, their little area that they got. Oh, why am I wearing this? I don't know, because I'm at home. I was kind of doing that as a mockery too. I see people wearing those in their car with the AC on when they're in the car by themselves with the windows rolled up and they have on a mask. Anyways, do what you want to do. Free country. So back to what I'm talking about. What I have seen is a lot of people unsafely handling firearms, which grates me to no end, grates on my nerves. As a firearms instructor in the Marine Corps, PMI for my Marines, shout out to all you, to any military person, active, reserve, or veteran. Shout out to you guys. All love, Semper Fi from Staff Sergeant Calhoun. So, the only thing I'm going to talk about is proper and safe weapons handling. I'm not getting into the politics, but there was a video I saw just the other day, you guys probably are aware of it, where this mob of people broke into a private community to go protest at the mayor's house. They broke a law, but whatever, because you can't break into a private community, that's against the law, just to go do what they said was a peaceful protest. They also, I guess, trespassed several times on different people's private property. One couple in particular, these two people, didn't like it. They didn't take to it well. They didn't know what was going on. They didn't get the memo that there was a peaceful protest going to happen in their gated private community. So they armed themselves with the weapons that they legally owned. One guy had an AR-15, full size, like an M16A2 style. The woman had a pistol, his wife, small, silver, looked like a Walther maybe. She came outside, addressed the crowd to get off her property. Same thing with the husband. They're, of course, videotaping with their camera phones, saying, you know, calling them all kinds of racists and, you know, all that stuff, just because they came outside and defended their homes. Funny thing is, they're like, oh, you know, anti-Trump this, anti-Trump that, and racist this, racist that. That couple are registered Democrats. So they're not Trumpers. You don't have to be pro-Trump to own a firearm. You could be a Democrat and own a firearm. There's nothing wrong with owning a firearm legally. So this couple, when they came out, the point about this video is simply this. The woman was holding her pistol with her finger on the trigger as she was pointing it, waving it, saying, get off my property, and doing all that stuff. It just goes to show you that she wasn't really trained properly to handle the weapon. I understand what she was doing was within her legal right to keep people off her property and to own a gun, but she shouldn't have, one, pointed it at people. Number two, she shouldn't have pointed it at people with her finger on the trigger. She violated two primary safety rules that every Marine knows, every military person knows, every NRA rifle instructor knows. You don't point weapons at people unless you intend to shoot them, which I don't think she had the intent to do. You never put your finger on the trigger of a weapon, pistol, rifle, shotgun, whatever, unless you intend to shoot the target, which is usually paper targets. But if your target's a person, do not put your finger on the trigger unless you really want to do